global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. A lot is happening in the Southeast, particularly when it comes to the issue of politics and politicians in Southeast. This drama between Peter Obi, Alex Otti, Ojuzo Bola Ahmed Tinubu, re-election between 27 and the taking the heart of Southeast to align with Bola Ahmed Tinubu come to 27 has begun in earnest. And the first person they're literally dragging is Alex Otti. And this time around, APC have decided to address him directly. And this is what they got to say. They took time to tell the story of Alex Otti, and they are now beckoning Alex Otti to respond. How Alex Otti will respond, we do not know. Let's dive into the news proper. Before we do that, please subscribe to our channel. Now, according to the news, Governor Alex Otti's recent declaration of support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which he made during the visit of former Governor Ojuzo to his Mvoksi home, has raised more questions than answers. While the statement may appear straightforward, a closer look at the governor's political associations tell a different story. Now, Governor Otti's open ties with political figures like Chief Rotimi Amechi, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, former Governor Nisa El-Rufai, and Mr. Peter Obi, who are the National Coalition gladiators championing the efforts and effects to unseat President Bola Tinubu 2027, cast serious doubt on the sincerity of his stated support. Now, to be clear, there is a distinction between supporting the policies of a sitting president for the sake of governance and endorsing his re-election. If Governor Otti's support is limited to governance, there is a little cause for controversy. However, if he's claiming to support the president's re-election bid while actively aligning with his political opponent, then such a position is at best ambiguous and at worst disingenuous. We therefore call on Governor Otti to clarify his stance and boldly affirm if his so-called support for President Tinubu is solely about governance and policy collaboration, or does it extend to backing his re-election in 2027? Now, this distinction matters, especially given the political realities of today. Notably, Southeast governors such as Professor Charles Soludo of Anambra State and Mr. Peter Mbah of Enugu State, though from different political parties, have clearly stated their support for President Tinubu's re-election, distinct from support for governance. Unlike Governor Otti, they have also maintained control over their political structures, ensuring their platforms are not used to routinely attack the president. Now, in contrast, the vast majority of Otti's support base is 99% made up of obedient followers of Mr. Peter Obi. They continue to remain firmly aligned with Mr. Peter Obi and not Otti, who they believe should be under Obi. The obedient to date are openly hostile to President Tinubu. Therefore, expecting Governor Otti to persuade this base to support Mr. President is not only unrealistic, but also reveals a fundamental contradiction against reality. If Otti truly holds influence over his followers, let him immediately and openly persuade them to shift alliance to President Tinubu as a challenge that would clearly expose the limit of his control. While Governor Otti claims to be non-committal about 2027, his political maneuvers suggest otherwise. It is disingenuous to dismiss the coming election under the guise of focusing solely on governance when he's actively participating in political realignment. Moreover, while other Southeast governors have publicly acknowledged the benefits of President Tinubu's economic reforms, particularly the removal of fuel subsidies, which has significantly increased state revenues, Governor Otti has taken full credit for improved finances in Abia, portraying himself as a lone achiever. A sincere supporter of the president would at least recognize the enabling federal policies that have empowered the state-level performance. Despite receiving more than 800 billion naira in combined revenue, a figure far exceeding what previous Abia administrations managed, the state still grapples with issues of poor accountability, lack of transparency, inflated contract costs, conflict of interest, and a general disregard for due process. Abia remains one of the most mismanaged states in the federation, and the governor must rise to meet the standards set by his peers across the country. Governor Otti continues bogus claim of a long-standing friendship with President Tinubu, one that supposedly predates politics, raises an important question. If such a relationship truly existed, why did it have no positive impact on President Tinubu's electoral performance in Abia State during the 2023 elections, where Mr. Peter Obi, candidate of the Labour Party, overwhelmingly dominated the polls? What exactly has changed since then that Governor Otti now believes will result in a different outcome in 2027? To Governor Otti and his core supporters, or core support base, which is obedient, that so-called friendship with President Tinubu clearly holds no real value. They will never leave Mr. Obi for anyone, and definitely not President Tinubu. They disparage daily on social media. Reassuringly, the president is not aware of the insincerity behind such claims. Governor Otti must decide whether he wants to continue with governing Abia as one-man show or emulate familiatocracy that defined the darkest days of Abia's politics from inception of the current democratic dispensation in 1999. Both familiatocracy and a styled one-man show, one-man show are one and same. Former Governor Otti and Governor Otti are unrepentant supporters of Mr. Peter Obi. They supported him in 2023. They will do it again in 2027. In conclusion, no one can worship two gods at the same time. Governor Otti must quit playing both sides of the political divide. The people he's trying to deceive are smarter. They are smarter. Transparency and consistency are marks of a true leader. Now, this is signed by Comrade Ima Okorie, Youth Wing, Abia State APC, few hours ago. Now they are saying that it looks like there's a drama playing on between Otti and the likes. But how they got here is what we do not know. All right, that's what we're going to. But the question now is, just a quick one before we round up. Why would they think that Otti, who have already started wearing the insignia of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I suspect, this is me talking now, I'm just preempting, that Otti wants to champion the cause of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, especially in Southeast, spearheading it, so that also him also maintaining his seat as a senator, so that when he enters the Senate 2027, God willing, if there's life for everyone, he will now be coming with that negotiation power that I have delivered you in Southeast. Give me Senate presidency. He wanted that Senate presidency before Godswill Akpabio took it from him. So he wants to wrestle that presidency from Godswill Akpabio. A lot of realignment is going on. Already they want to drop Shetima, of which there was chaos in APC so few hours ago in Northeast APC meeting, caucus meeting. Now, he's looking at also realignment, taking away Senate seat, Senate presidency from Akpabio and taking it. So there's a lot of outlay in there, and that may likely bust APC. But it's up to Alex to respond to this very strong allegation.